One thing that I think people forget about the Karens was how far ahead of their time they actually were. You know, we take it for granted now that there's going to be entitled people out there complaining about things that really don't matter and causing a scene, you know, for no good reason. And but they were doing this back in the 80s, and they were, you know, writing songs about things that people hadn't even thought to complain about yet. You know, they took the idea of complaining to a manager to a whole another level that no one had seen in 1981. So I don't think that they get enough credit for the kind of innovators that they were.
The Karens have always been one of my favorite bands. My mom got me one of their records when I was in middle school, and we bonded over their music, went to their shows. So, I mean, imagine my shock when our band was asked to go on tour with the Karens. I was like, all right, this is my childhood dream.
Yeah, I saw them at a house show way back. They're still going by the Beckys. But the stuff they were doing back then was so tame compared to the stuff that they're doing now. You know, now they're really pushing the envelope, and they've managed to stay so prevalent that way, you know, really by just seeing what they can get away with.
I think that I had a poster of the Karens in my bedroom, I mean, all the way up until college. I mean, songs like Can I Speak With Your Manager, and even deep cuts like Do You Live in This Neighborhood? These songs completely changed my life because they provided me with a perspective that I had never experienced before, you know?
Yeah, my dad, years ago when I was younger, got me my first Karens record, and I listened through it all, and I absolutely hated it. You know, I was just thinking, what makes these people so entitled? Like, what gives them the right? And then, you know, over the years, it kind of matured, and I realized how actually insane the Karens were. I don't know if I mean that in a good or bad way.
We got kicked off the tour because I ate one of their carrots off of the snack tray.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. The Karens are the best band I've ever seen in my life.
I have a cousin who told me a story about how in the late 80s he went to McDonald's, ordered chicken nuggets with barbecue sauce, and got no barbecue sauce. Zoom forward, and he got backstage passes to one of the Karens tour shows, and somehow they spoke to the manager and had a carry-on case of barbecue sauce for him. Just like their song, May I Speak to Your Manager? I mean, who does that? Legends do that.
What complaints did they make? What complaints didn't they make? Everything was wrong. They didn't like the store hours. They didn't like the lighting of the store. They didn't like the fact that I was the only one around to help them. They didn't, I think they didn't like anything. I'm just trying to, they were rude, nasty. You know, I'm going back to the fact that I was a kid, left alone with these maniacs. It was a freaking blast. I would do it again. I swear to God, next time I would lock the door and lock them in with me and just say, guys, have at it. Who knew?
Yeah, it was definitely interesting part of my career being on tour with the Karens. Also, as the support act, you never really knew if they were going to pay you or or what. So, yeah, but I haven't seen them in a while though. But yeah, I heard they were getting back together, which I really don't know what I think about that. I don't know if the world's ready for it yet or not.